My name is Owen Ratilff, creator of and executive producer of the Black Salt film project.
And action!
Black Salt is a take of a 007, but finally having an African American in the lead role of being that cool superhero.
Yeah! You know what? The thing that impressed me most about this project, I think, is Owen. One of the things that he brought to the table before I even, auditioned, was his marketing savvy, the storyline. I mean, the fact that brother wrote a character that looked just like me, I love that.
His vision, is very clear, and I can see his energy, and that's what brought me into this.
The message was to treat a man by his good deeds and not by the origin of his skin. That was kind of the message that I created in Black Salt.
The concept is hot. Not to put it on like a racial level or anything. It's like you don't get too many movies with black heroes like this. So it really moved me because how it's put together. It's put together very well. So I can't wait to start editing it.
We are all really happy that he's put this all together for all of us to come together as martial artists, as talented actors, artists, minorities, women, it's fantastic.
His ability to tell a story and present it in a way that gets you excited, his promotion abilities is just amazing. He's also one of those guys that you only meet once in a lifetime. He's just an amazing person.
Look, I've had about enough of this therapy session. Now, are you going to give me answers? What?
8 years ago, I got tired of looking at every time there was an African American male, he was always a gangster or he was a dope dealer. So I wanted to create a hero. And I was always mystified by Shaolin. So what I did, I put both of them together. And that's kind of how I came up with Black Salt.
And action! I'm the director, so I'm the circus master that runs this show that you hear going on up there.
Action!
I love Blood and Bones. That was one of my favorites. So a friend of mine introduced me to Ben and we talked and we both had the same vision. So that's why I chose Ben.
He's a director that knows what he wants. He already knows what he wants in his head and he's laser beam ready to focus and get to it. So there's not a lot of time wasted.
And then you're in between and breaking it up. I was like itching to get back in the directing chair. And I said, sure, yeah, I'd be interested in directing a short film. Let me check out the script, see what it's about. And so it's called Black Salt. I was like, oh, Black Salt. I remember that from like years ago. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh man, I'm down, definitely. You don't even have to send me a script, I'm down.
Black Salt is a critically acclaimed comic book series, 6 issues. That's what I started Black Salt off as a comic book.
Black Salt is a story of Samuel Lincoln Park, who is a Interpol agent.
His childhood, he went to China and his mother got killed like the first week he was there. And all of a sudden you have a young boy in a foreign land and a Shaolin monk took him in and trained him Kung Fu.
I would really enjoy the Shaolin Temple scene because it depicts the true nature of Kung Fu, which is the mentor-disciple relationship.
I just got to meet Sal Regner, who is, I guess, a Shaolin master. He has his own studio in Gardena. And a pleasure to meet him and learn more of the intricacies of the costume, how they're put on, how the elastic leg wraps work, and just fascinating to see all the different layers that go into those costumes.
You
The battle with Monk Sing is basically kind of like a standoff.
Enough!
Monk Sing is kind of like like the guardian of the Shaolin Temple, and he's guarding Abbot Chow. You know, and Abbot Chow is kind of like becomes black folks' new mentor.
Are you here to complete your training?
I really liked Abbott James Liu. I think he was a great actor and a great person to fit this role.
And our story picks up several years after he's become this, international spy agent, and he's on the trail of a ancient weapon.
The journey of Sam is one of, I think, self-awareness. He goes from feeling a little bit too self-assured, a little bit egotistical. He has a chip on his shoulder.
You were all Yang. Yin.
In this film, he's my arch nemesis. We're arch nemesis. So the fight between us is very, it's like his biggest fight.
Rain is a martial artist, almost equal caliber of Sam.
Action!
Rain is using a variety of skills. It's a combination of silat with some Krav Maga and just close quarter fighting. It's a mixture of techniques, some JKD stuff. It's a bunch of different stuff.
He's like the opposite of him. He's quick. He's agile. He's countering my moves well. He has the strength that I have. He seems to know what I'm doing. He's well studied.
He's a tier 1 badass, martial arts guy. But he's a cold-hearted killer, psychopath. He's got no problem killing people, children, whatever. And fighting Agent Thorpe to him it's kid's play.
By him being a biracial, living in Japan, he was always picked on by kids. So he became real angry, and he became a Yakuza. And he trained, and he was highly skilled in martial arts.
What good is that when someone's blasting at you with a 45?
You know what? That's a big question right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, much better.
The Yakuza Gangsters was a lot of fun. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on. So I think that was a lot of fun. We had a lot of stunt guys on set, people being shot and thrown around, all sorts of cool stuff.
When they was doing the night scenes with all the fog and seeing the shooting, the acrobats, that was so fun.
Black Salt is taking on the whole Yakuza tribe. Those guys are what I've known, deadly.
Well, the fighting scenes are fantastic. Because we got like really A-class coordinators, choreographers, fighters. These guys are like, they work on all the English movies. We got Ron Yuan, Arnold Sean, Fernando Chin, Yoshi Abbey.
Oh yes, we combined a lot of different fighting styles, but we wanted to stick, to the story, which is a lot of kung fu and Shaolin, style. We wanted to not drift away too much from that, but we added in a lot of other little things here and there to really spice it up.
I think Kim was doing a great job. He came in and he's training hard every day. On both the dialogue scenes and the action. And I think Ben's having a great time with him, and he's just been busting his butt for me. So yeah, Kim was doing a great job.
Yeah, it got him looking good. He's definitely not the same Kenyamba that we knew before the movie.
The most complex and intriguing scene was the one that was shot with Michelle Lee and Ken Yumba on the rooftop. It featured a traditional kung fu weapon known as the jin, or the straight sword, against an unarmed Kenyumbo who is trained in the art of iron body or iron shirt, in which he's capable of resisting penetration from sharp swords or other types of metallic weapons. So it's a very unique fighting scene because it incorporates choreography that depict the iron body techniques of Shaolin Kung Fu.
It's based in Chinese Kung Fu. It's Shaolin Kung Fu. It's very stylized. Weapons, there's a lot of actual application techniques.
We get to see fighting and elegance combined in a very savvy but deadly way.
Man, I didn't know that these glasses would work.
No, those glasses are shit. That was cool.
Horse Ripper was found by the Shaolin Temple as a baby on the doorstep, and she was trained to be a Shaolin monk. And Master Kali, which is the villain, he took her away, and she is loyal to Master Kali, and she's one of his bodyguards. She does a lot of bidding for him.
Horse Ripper is very exciting. She's like sexy and dangerous and badass and scary at the same time. Everything that you want in a girlfriend.
Alright guys, move it on.
My costume is amazing, isn't it? Amazing, look at it. I look like a badass. It's put together by Alyssa.
I think her character is just, it's very kind of sleek. She's like no nonsense. She's very direct, and she is just very talented fighter, you know, so I just thought, you know, something very sleek.
It's just a combination of tactical gear, actual elbow pads, knee pads that are actually useful in combat, a bunch of gun holsters. I think I have 3 or 4 gun holsters, flash bombs. I'm ready to go. I'm like a single unit of war.
Shoot, with all that noise up there, the action's definitely gonna be bomb. You know, can you hear it?
Action! Through the winter, summer, spring, fall, blast off, blast off, blast off, blast off. Universal, cosmos, the black ninja. Blast off, blast off, blast off, blast off. Through the winter, summer, spring, fall, blast off, 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 blast off. The black ninja mixed with a Bruce Lee kick, who's the master. Remix on some Leroy shit, all black out the hideout, bow tie game, and the sun gon' shine on you fakes and lames. I go hard in the paint with the blade, like a dice game. I'ma catch you with the fade. I'm critical.
Oh, wait, before we leave, I just want to tell y'all, pay attention. Black Salt is going to be one of the hottest martial arts superhero movies. I guarantee you this. The short film is going to get so much traction, it's going to be ridiculous.